We got New York City right out there. Can you see? Hang on. There she is. Okay, so I'm on the road meeting with 15 states in the next 60 days. Right now, I'm clearly on my way to New York, leaving Philadelphia. And right now, I'm hyper focused on a lot of the product research that we did in the early days that helped us ensure that we built the right product that first responders actually need to use for the types of emergencies and hazards that my company Perimeter was designed for. So since you're here with me on a train, I thought I'd share what the top 4 most important strategies we had from a product development perspective that helped us design a platform that's now being used by millions of people nationwide. One of the most important things I learned early on is to solve painkiller problems, not vitamin problems. When someone forgets to take their vitamins, it's inconvenient, but it's not necessarily painful. So if you've developed a solution that responds to more of an inconvenience than a pain, people just aren't going to allocate the resources, the time, the energy that it takes to switching to using something or developing the practices around using something for the first time. In an entrepreneurship course I took, my instructor said, we have to solve shark bite problems, not mosquito bite problems. Another strategy that has been critical for us is to build with, not just for our customers. On this roadshow, I'm sitting down with public safety agencies from around the US, not just to talk to them about Perimeter, but to learn about the challenges that they're still facing when it comes to communication and coordination for any type of disaster. If we as founders and engineers and builders sit in our rooms and try to build something without actually leveraging and understanding the experience of the people that we're building for, we are never going to build the right solution. If you're creating a product or a solution, make sure you're spending a ton of time with the people who experience the pain that you're responding to. Otherwise, you might build something that looks cool, but it's not really going to solve the problem that they have. So once you've figured out the pain that you're responding to and the people you're building for, now it's time to be the customer advocate, aka the person who is thinking about that pain 24/7. Because once you start working with a team and you start building something, there are going to be so many shiny new features that seem like a good idea. But from a product perspective, it's your job to make sure that your solution is always responding to the actual pain, as opposed to veering off course in the direction of nice to have shiny objects or features. And lastly, be prepared to ship, learn, and iterate on the initial solution. Because even if you figured out a great pain to solve and you're building it with the people that you want to solve it for, and you're continuing to advocate for your customer in every situation and product decision, your original product is still going to need a ton of work. And you will learn exactly what that is once it's actually in people's hands. So as soon as you have a minimum viable product, an MVP, it's time to get real world feedback. Some of that feedback might be really brutal, but that's a good thing because real candid feedback is the only way we continue to move in the right direction after the minimum viable product. All of these lessons have been super critical at Perimeter, but honestly, we're 7 years in and we're still learning them because there are always new pains that come up. There are always opportunities to veer off course and move in the direction of a shiny new feature as opposed to a real meaningful solution. And sometimes it's more comfortable to be at home working on a product than to be on the road meeting with agencies and constantly getting feedback. But if you do, it'll be worth it. You'll build something super meaningful eventually, sometimes with lots of iteration. And building something that actually has an impact is one of the best feelings in the world for someone who likes to build. Okay, I hope a few of those product takeaways were helpful. And if you have any questions about the process, I'm going to be on the road for quite some time. So let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. And if no one's told you today, you're doing a great job and I'm rooting for you. See you next Thursday.